Before the trenches, before the chaos, there was a moment that changed everything. In 1914, Europe, considered the most advanced and interconnected place on Earth, descended into the bloodiest conflict humanity had ever witnessed. Contrary to popular belief, World War I was not solely sparked by a single assassination, but rather by a complex web of factors that had been building for over 40 years. Understanding the key elements that supported this unstable Jenga tower is crucial in comprehending the present-day world. Many people oversimplify the origins of World War I, attributing it to the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the subsequent declarations of war. However, the true reasons behind the war, including deep-seated resentment, intricate alliances, and industrial advancements, are often overlooked. Delving deeper into the context and underlying causes is essential in grasping the magnitude of the catastrophe. In this video, we will explore the four major forces: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism that transformed a regional crisis into a global catastrophe. By examining the timeline leading up to the war and uncovering the dangerous ideologies that fueled it, we can better understand the events of 1914 and their lasting impact on today's world. If you appreciate this in-depth analysis, please show your support by liking the video. Let's begin by exploring the foundation of World War I. In order to comprehend the events of 1914, it is crucial to grasp the concept of nationalism. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, patriotism evolved into something more dangerous. It transformed into the belief that one's country was inherently superior, destined for dominance, and that national glory surpassed all other considerations, including morality, diplomacy, and peace. This period can be likened to a massive ego competition across the continent. France harbored a deep grievance following their loss in the Franco-Prussian War of 1871, with a portion of their territory annexed by Germany. The dream of every French politician was to seek revenge, known as revanche. Germany, having unified in 1871 and experiencing a rapid industrial expansion, believed they deserved a prominent global position, matching their economic strength. They viewed themselves as a new powerhouse constrained by outdated empires. The Balkans, known as the powder keg of Europe, were embroiled in conflicts as Slavic peoples, supported by Russia, fought for independence from the declining Ottoman and Austro-Hungarian empires. This region was a constant source of tension. This era of hyper-nationalism viewed compromise as a sign of weakness rather than diplomacy. Seeking peace was seen as surrendering national dignity. Current political debates often echo this US versus them nationalistic rhetoric. Feel free to share in the comments any historical examples you see resonating in today's world. The imperial scramble, the resource race. In the late 19th century, Britain and France had already established their dominance over most of the world, including Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. They controlled valuable resources, markets, and held significant prestige. On the other hand, Germany was a latecomer to the colonial game. Seeing most of the globe already divided between the British and French, Germany sought to claim its own share of territories. This desire for expansion led to intense diplomatic tensions, exemplified by Germany challenging French control in Morocco multiple times in the early 1900s. These disputes were not just about land, but were power plays aimed at undermining rivals. The competition extended beyond overseas colonies to economic supremacy at home. Nations vied to build the largest factories and control global shipping routes, straining relations to their limits. To illustrate, imagine a group of friends who possess the best toys, only for a new wealthy and powerful friend to demand a piece of the action. This scenario mirrors the tensions in Europe leading up to 1910. The arms race and militarism, the cult of the gun. Militarism. The belief that a strong military is crucial for national greatness and that preparing for war ensures peace became a terrifying reality in the early 20th century. The naval arms race between Britain and Germany epitomized this militaristic mindset. Britain viewed its naval power, the Royal Navy, as the cornerstone of its global influence. When Germany sought to challenge this dominance by building a navy to rival Britain's, tensions escalated. Both nations began constructing advanced battleships known as dreadnoughts, with each new British ship prompting the Germans to build two in response. This arms race was not about a specific enemy, but about maintaining parity on a massive scale involving vast resources. Military planning, exemplified by Germany's Schlieffen Plan, took precedence over diplomacy. This strategy aimed for a swift, decisive strike against France through neutral Belgium before Russia could fully mobilize. The intricacy and rigidity of these military plans meant that once mobilization began, leaders felt compelled to continue. Halting the process would require dismantling the entire military apparatus, conceding to the generals, and risking being caught unprepared. Diplomacy took a backseat to maintaining the strict timetable set by military leaders. Alliance. After Germany's unification, tensions rose as France sought revenge and Russia aimed to increase its influence. Otto von Bismarck, the mastermind behind German unification, attempted to maintain peace by creating complex alliances to isolate France. However, after Bismarck's dismissal, Europe divided into two opposing blocs. On one side, we have the Triple Entente, the Allies, consisting of France, Russia, and Great Britain. While Britain was initially reluctant to join a formal alliance, the fear of German naval power and encroachment led them to join forces with France and Russia. On the other side, we have the Triple Alliance, the Central Powers, comprising Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy, later switching sides. These alliances were not mere agreements, but binding military treaties. Any attack or mobilization by one country would trigger a chain reaction of responses from its allies. This intricate system set the stage for a global conflict. In 1928, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo by a Serbian nationalist served as the catalyst for war, not the root cause. Austro-Hungary saw this as an opportunity to crush Serbian nationalism but feared Russian intervention. Seeking support, they turned to Germany, who, in a show of military might and nationalism, gave them a blank check of support. The impossible ultimatum issued by Austro-Hungary to Serbia led to the declaration of war on July 28, setting off a chain reaction of events. Russia, protector of the Slavs, begins mobilizing its massive army to support Serbia. Germany views Russian mobilization as an act of war against them, times and times their ally, Austria-Hungary. Following the rigid Schlieffen Plan, Germany declares war on Russia and then immediately on Russia's ally, France. To get to France quickly, Germany invades neutral Belgium. Britain, having guaranteed Belgian neutrality since 1839, now has the moral and treaty obligation to declare war on Germany. In a span of just 5 weeks, the intricate web of treaties intended to prevent total war ultimately led to the involvement of every major power in the conflict. The leaders of July 1, 1914 were under the impression that the war would be brief, decisive, and concluded by Christmas. However, their underestimation of the industrialized scale of modern warfare, which they had spent 4 decades preparing for, proved to be a grave miscalculation. The glorification of war played a significant role in fueling the willingness of ordinary individuals to participate in the conflict. Intellectuals, poets, and artists in Europe prior to 1914 often portrayed war as a cleansing force, a necessary sacrifice to rid society of modern industrial decadence. This collective delusion that industrialized slaughter could be noble was a crucial factor in the catastrophic outcome of the war. Understanding this history can alter one's perspective on all conflicts, including the events leading up to World War II. World War I was not a random event triggered by a single event, but rather the result of years of escalating competition. The lesson for today is clear. When political discourse focuses solely on national supremacy and military strength, diplomacy loses its effectiveness, and even minor incidents can lead to catastrophic consequences. Which force, nationalism, imperialism, militarism, or alliances, do you believe poses the greatest threat in global politics today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. By 1918, the guns finally fell silent. 4 empires had collapsed, millions were dead, and the world would never be the same again. Click on the pooped up video to know what happened next. What was meant to be a quick war became one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. New borders were drawn, old powers disappeared, but peace didn't last, because the end of this war, was only the beginning of something far worse.